bless the higher power now. So, what's your first name?
Annie.
Annie?
Yeah.
Right, and what's happened with that toe?
Well, that toe, when I was 16, was operated on for ingrown
toenail. Ouch, painful.
And they did that, and they cut down there, and they cut down there, and then I went home.
Right.
And then he took me back to the hospital to do some cautery, to burning away of the trout flesh or whatever it was called. And the nurse gave the wrong injection in there to paralyse it. It paralysed, because you can't give atropine into fingers and toes.
Right, okay.
Kills the nerves.
Right, okay. So there's no nerves in that toe?
Well, there's no feeling.
No feeling, all right.
So it can't bend at the joint.
Right.
And it's terribly sore if you kick it.
Right, okay.
So I wonder why it's terribly sore when you kick it or hit it, but there's no action in it. Can't move.
So there could be nerves.
And it's affected my balance.
Yeah.
And the other toe's missing because I chopped it off in a lawnmower. So I haven't had much luck with my toes. But I would love that one to be fixed. This one got chopped off.
So you can chop it off.
No, when this one got chopped off, everybody said, is it the good one or the bad one? And I said, it's the good one. That's terrible. So that's the story of my toes.
Right, so we're aiming for movement in the toe, but also sensation, because it feels numb to you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. And as you were sat in the audience, the surgeon says yes, you can fix it. So,
wow.
Let's give it a go. So I'm going to get you to take your shoe off, if you would.
Yeah.
It's just reminding me of a situation I was in Leeds where, you know, like at the beginning of the show when I asked who's got something physical that if it got fixed we would all see. And this young dark-haired girl put her hand up and he just said, yes, I can do you, you're easy. And so she came out the front. And then it turned out that she'd got 2 club feet. Her first spinal surgeries were as a baby. She'd never walked upright. She'd been on crutches for the whole of her life, 2 crutches. And you can see that on YouTube. She's called Melissa. It's absolutely incredible what happened. But if she'd said, I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this, I'd have thought, well, that's in the hard basket. We don't understand. We're missing something here. Things that we think are hard to fix are actually going to be a lot easier than we perceive when our consciousness is higher. Sound started being used through me, and just in the last 6 months I was in the UK and a top musician there said we must put that sound into a music album. We ended up, we've got 3 albums for different reasons, but the first album that I created with Medwin Goodall is called Restoration, and the main track on the album is called Restoration. It's like pressing restore in a computer. It takes you back to default settings, and that's the E that was being used on the toe. Now, any sensation for you yet in your foot? What's happening?
Something's happening, but I can't quite pick it on. Pick on it or describe it.
Yep.
Feels like it's expanding or something.
A bit of a throb?
Yes, kind of, yeah, just very sort of vaguely.
He's laughing, he says, we can't fix the other one.
Yeah, that one goes.
That would be impressive, wouldn't it?
think we'd all be healed.
Now, just try moving it, just out of curiosity.
Well, I can move it like that normally, but it won't bend.
But it won't bend, it's that joint in there,
Mm.
it's that one there, isn't it, we're trying to
Yes.
get a response from.
It doesn't drop.
Go, rest it down.
I think we might be here all night.
So in my mind's eye, I can see they're running like lines down the outer part of the toe. They're running lines. Now, because they're wanting to make the most of the evening, now what's the other issue you want fixing as well? We might as well start working on that as well.
It's just this leg.
Yep.
It's not right. It's crooked and the foot's deformed
Right.
to some degree through a broken leg episode and a mess up in the surgery. I don't have luck with surgeons.
All right. Okay. Okay.
So for tonight,
But
this is the night you have luck. This
Sorry?
is just your lucky night with surgery.
Cool. So when you walk, how do you experience, what do you feel down that left side when you walk?
I feel it's under here. There's something there that hurts me.
Yep.
And this ankle swells up a hell of a lot.
Right.
Much more than the other one.
Okay, and how is your knee on that side? Is the knee okay or
The
not?
knee's all right.
Right. So it's the ankle.
It's more
and
the
foot.
ankle and the
Yeah,
foot.
cool.
It's distorted somewhere
Yeah.
or somehow.
Now, my foot's moving, so that's his sign to say, right, try again moving that toe. How's it feeling as you move it?
I don't know whether it's my imagination, but it feels... Perhaps I feel a little bit more alive.
Something is happening, isn't it? Okay, and I'm just coming around that side as well. To start on this ankle.
Oh, this is quite sore, this one.
Now, a lot of that soreness, as much as there is something on a physical level that needs to be fixed, it's toxins. When we eat foods that are sprayed with pesticides, when we inject ourselves with vaccines that have got things like formaldehyde and mercury, thimerosal, often the liver within our system can't cope, and so those toxins get stored either in the intracellular space or they get pushed into the extremities, into the fingers and into the toes. And so what you've got in that foot is a build-up of toxins, yeah? And so as they do the healing, what they'll start doing is dispersing some of those toxins. So you'll need to drink plenty of water this evening, yeah? Now as they work, usually the surgeon's number one priority is pain relief. Number two priority is then movement, giving people more movement. Cool. Okay, now this time, move both sets of toes together. That's it. Cool, and then just rest them down. Okay, time to get you just walking on this a little bit, just to see how that foot's feeling.
It's feeling lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a little bit easier,
Yeah.
definitely.
As you're walking, to me it's like you're rolling that foot in on the inside.
Yes.
That's how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's been since.
Yeah. And so to get that better, they've got to strengthen the ankle, which is what they're doing now. Okay. Just notice your toe on the other foot as well. So there are 3 different surgeons working at the moment. Just do that again, because I'm just watching. I'm watching you move that big toe and not move the others. Usually, you guys just try. I have to move all. I can't just move my big toe. Can you move just your big toe? But you've got the ability to move just the big toe. That's unusual.
Well, I don't know, but whether that's because these toes, when I walk,
Yeah.
work to grip.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're bent a bit.
All right, okay.
And that one doesn't really, I can't grip with that toe.
You're not supposed to grip with them.
You are.
No, you're not. I like the way you've been going on, all right? Because if I wear the wrong footwear, then my toes want to grip, but toes aren't supposed to grip.
Yeah, but what I mean is by balancing.
Yeah,
Your big toe is your balance,
it
isn't
is.
it?
It is. You need your toes to balance, you do,
Yeah.
but you don't want your toes gripping. My toes will grip if I'm on some kind of, like jandals. Well, if I wear jandals too much, I can get my toes.
I can't wear
grip.
jandals.
Yeah. Right, just give that ankle another go. Have a little walk around.
Very lot lighter.
Yes.
Happier.
Excellent.
It is rather sad, this foot. It needs a bit of chilling up.
We've got to love our feet, eh? Because
Yes.
very often, you know, if something's
I've
wrong
started
with
to take more notice of them lately,
Yeah.
talking to them. Somebody told me to sing to my bones. I'll try anything. Truly.
Yeah, another walk around.
I think it is walking straight up.
Yep. Now, any warmth, any tingling, anything in your feet that you can...
This
pick up?
one's starting to
Yeah.
get some warmth and tingling
Awesome.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's blood flow coming in, increased blood flow. As the blood comes in, it brings in the oxygen, the nutrients, and it also is taking away the waste matter. It's the waste matter that's causing the pain. That this ankle still needs to be strengthened. Yeah, another little walk around.
Oh, it's definitely lighter.
Yeah, awesome.
Not
Awesome.
so heavy, you know.
Yeah, so they're going to keep on working on with the audience, and we're going to check in with you on the second half.
Okay.
See how it's all going
Thank
and
you.
whether we've got some movement in that toe.
All right.
Give her a round of applause.